Okay. Oh, my dizzy. So dizzy. So dizzy. How high can you go? You want me to try it? All right, hey guys, I just got done skating. Here's the sweatshirts I made for my students a couple years ago. Make them something cool like that this year too. But anyway, I just got done skating. I'm all like, ugh. But I am on my way to go get a thermal heat wrap. I don't know if you guys have ever had one before, but my knees have been hurting because I've been skating so much. They kind of help your little bit of joint pain, and they help it so you don't hold water. So I'm going to be traveling on a plane. I don't want to hold a bunch of water, so I'm going to do one of those. So that's why I'm wearing these big baggy sweats. So I have to wear like all sweats. Probably can't see that well because it's really bright today. So I'm going to go do that. It takes about 50 minutes. You can literally take a nap. So it's really nice to do after you're done, like with the gym or skating or whatever you're doing. It's just nice to go there and like relax. I'm going to do 2 before I go. Right now, Desert Sun has buy one, get one. So I'm going to do 2, probably do one today, Thursday, and then one Saturday. And then I leave Sunday. So I'm going to go do that. I had a really good day at practice on my jumps. Didn't really do any pair stuff today. Felt like I haven't been doing enough single stuff, so I just did single stuff today. And then worked on tried to work on that new like champion spinner off ice, and it's really hard, but I'm really excited that our rink is going to have one of those because they're not common around here. So I'll help our skaters once I figure out how to use it before I put anyone on it. So I was playing around with it a little bit today with Zenek and trying to figure out the balance points. It's a lot harder than it looks. Anyway, so I'm off to do that, and then I am going to go through some of my scores that I've gotten in the past, and then I'm going to start packing, but I'm not going to do all my packing till last day. I'll wait till last minute. All right, see you in a few. Okay, I just got done with the wrap, but if you saw, it was actually a pod. They got rid of the wrap. I was so kind of disappointed. The wrap is a little cooler, but it lasts longer and it's just more relaxing. And they put you in a robe, so I didn't have to wear any of my clothes, which is good because then I can lounge around it in the house. I'm sure most YouTubers don't let this happen, but my face is not looking good. My hair is not looking good. I definitely not looking good, but this is real life, so you know, I don't need to always, actually I never really do my makeup for my videos. Anyway, what I was gonna go through is I have it up on my computer here. You're gonna see some of the stuff for the IJS system that I'm gonna be competing with in Lake Placid. I keep forgetting where I'm going next. Lake Placid. So I'm gonna kind of talk over some of my scores, which I'm a little embarrassed about because some of them are pretty bad. I pulled up my worst score as a pair to show. I pulled up my best artistic score, which was higher than any artistic score I've seen for masters in the last couple of years. So I wanted to show you that. And then I also have a mediocre score for a single skating program. So I'm going to show you all of those so you can kind of get an idea. If you've already skate and you're in the IJS world, you probably already know, but I know a lot of adults that might be watching this that have never done it before are 6.0 people like me. And I started to compete adult to learn the IJS system because I felt like doing it, it's like driving there. Once you drive there once, you'll probably find it, but if you're the passenger, sometimes it's hard. I've made a lot of mistakes on myself that I have taken away from my students making by doing this. I've learned so much just by trying it myself. So for the new adults that have never done IJS, this might be helpful. If you've done this for years, you can turn it off right here, unless you really want to see some of my bad scores, make yourself feel better about yourself. But anyway, so I'm going to go over that a little bit with you, just so you kind of know what to expect from my 6.0 ladies and gentlemen out there going to compete. So here we go. All right, everybody. So here is the confusing IJS system. Got a bunch of numbers here, and most of it makes sense to some of you who have done it. To others, it may not. Obviously, jumps. We know what that means. So when you see this, this is what jumps they are. So toe loop, which used to be sow cow, they always put before toe loop. Now they put toe loop before sow cow. They're about worth the same and everything. If you've noticed, they're kind of always worth the same, so it really doesn't matter. A half loop, which if you haven't skated in a while, they're now calling a Euler, which is actually Euler. If you're mathematical, you would call it that. But it's a half loop. So if you see this now, if you're one of my 6.0 people from the past, that might be something different for you right there. The F is flip and then Lutz. They put the axle down with the doubles. All right, so you're going to see the axle down here with the doubles. So these are just the single rotation jumps, which we all know these are kind of half jumps technically by the time you take off. But so what it comes down to is base value for this jump is listed in the center here for all these jumps. All right, so let me just kind of scroll up so we can get down to the doubles too. This are negatives, so you have 1 through 5. As an adult skater, just going to be real with you, if you get a +1, that is gold, okay? You'll see some of the Olympians and things getting like +4s and 5s, but it's really rare. To get a plus, there's a bug on my screen. To get a +5, you literally have to have a hard entry step, hard exit, speed in and out of the jump. The rotation has to be perfect, and it even has to go to the music. So this is very, very hard, but it's worth 50% more. So if it was worth 0.4, then it'd be worth 0.6. So it does help. And on singles at my level and masters, I've seen some girls just do fabulous singles and end up placing pretty high by getting these higher pluses. So, you know, it depends on what you want to do. This system that I'm looking at right here is for singles and pairs. Ice Dance, they obviously have a system too, but it's not on this sheet that I have. And Synchro does as well. Okay, so this little mark here. So if you get this little guy right here, the less than sign, that means it's under rotated. So the base value of it being under rotated is less. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's downgraded, that it's a nothing jump, but it does get less. And then you can get pluses even on an under rotated jump if you do entry steps and whatever else. But then you can also get negatives too. Most likely if you're under rotated, you're going to be in the negatives because you probably messed up. It's probably not going to be that clean. And Eulers, which you would think being a half loop, get the most under rotated all the time. Okay, so see the E, okay? That means it's on the wrong edge. Normally, it's only flips and lutzes. You have to worry about that. Most of the time, lutzes. But some people do get edges on the flip, and that also takes off the base value. So this, if it's under rotated, this is what you get. Fully rotated base, wrong edge, okay? And then you can plus and minus from there. So the base value always throws people off because they're like, shouldn't it always be this base value? And if it's under rotated, then you get negatives. But they've changed that to simplify it for everybody to see. It's still a subjective sport, you guys. So you have component scores that can change this whole thing. And then you go down to axles. So then you have to look at this. Okay, let's say you have a really good single loop, okay? And you're getting +5s on that thing, okay? So that's going to be, you know, almost, well, not a point, 0.75. But a double loop is going to get 1.7, right? That's if it's fully rotated and done. If you're under rotating it, it gets 1.28, and then it's probably going to get some negatives. So if you get all the way down into this negative 0.64, you're better off doing a single and getting the pluses. So that's kind of how this judging system works. The jumps are pretty self-explanatory. The spins get tricky. So you come down, they go through the triples, they go through the quads, all the way down. Okay, so spins. If you see this U, that's an upright, an L is a layback, a C is a camel, and an S is a sit spin. Okay, so uprights is just a regular old scratch spin, back, front scratch, okay? You can get a level 4 scratch spin, but it's tough. Now, as adults, we can get 2 spins that get a +1. So you would get a, not +1, but a level, okay, because they have levels on these. It's different. Death spirals and lifts do this also. So you'll see that down in the pairs area. This one means this person probably held that scratch spin for 8 rotations. As adults, we can get 2 spins where we can hold for 8 and get the level, but you can only get it once per spin. So if you did an upright and then you did a sit spin, you could get it once in your sit and once in your upright. Okay, so what gets you levels? A difficult entry, like falling leaf into it. The illusion does, but it has to be a really deep illusion, not just a little bop. Okay, twisting the torso in a spin will get you a level. Holding it for 8 will get you a level, depending on your level. And if you, you know, like if you did a really good flying sit spin, but that's going to be down in the Fs. Sometimes flies. So the F in front of it means flying upright, which I've never really seen that. But anyway, so you can get, actually I did do one by accident. Okay, let's not talk about it. It was supposed to be a flying camel. But a fly, if it's a really good fly, will give you a level. Okay, if it's a crappy fly, you just get a base. So there's certain things you can get levels in the middle of the spin, switching edges, etc., etc. So then this stuff, these pluses, is if it was a really fast spin, you know, just look good, good strength, didn't look like you were petering out at the end, you can start to get some pluses. If it goes to the music too, it'll give you pluses. And then minuses are if they're really slow, they can't really see the position. You have to hold every position for 2 rotations to even get it counted. And a judge's 2 is your 3. So just try and count 3 for each position. Then we go down through all the flying spins. Flying layback would be scary, but if you want to try it. Okay, and then when we get down here, these are combo spins, okay? So we get all these combo spins. And combo spins are tricky because this one with a change of foot, that's tricky. So if you're doing a combo spin with a change of foot, if you don't want to get, there's a thing called a V. You see these V's here? There's a couple ways you can get V's, okay? But the biggest one of the V is not holding enough rotations on each foot. So let's say you're just doing camel back sit. You need to hold the front side for 4 and the back side for 3. If you don't, you'll get a V. That takes 20% off your base value. Okay, so that just lowers this base a lot. Okay, so we don't want to do that. There's other ways that you can get a V, but that is a big one. Also a big one is if it's a change of foot spin, it needs to have all 3 positions, which is the camel, the layback, or upright, because layback and upright are same, they count as the same. And then sit. So if you're going to do camel, sit, back, sit, you would get a V because it does not have an upright. So you have to have an upright in it. I had that happen to me at nationals. I thought I did an upright, but I didn't hold it long enough. So they gave me the V. So yes, all these combos, they go down through all the combos. Step sequences. Okay, if you're competing in the US, they give everybody a level 1. Okay, which is here. If you're competing ISU adult, you can get up to a step sequence of a 4. Okay, what's the difference? A 4 has 11 completed steps, not just a step, kind of, a completed turn, okay? Like a completed, like a bracket completed, a loop completed, a twizzle completed. 3 has 9, 2, 7, 1, 5, base is anything less than that. For them to count all your turns, it's very rare. So go up a couple. Like right now, mine is set for 4, but I have 13 turns. So what counts as turns and steps that count? Okay, you can't do a mohawk or a 3 turn, which is sad, I know, for the lower levels, because that's what you do. They have to be brackets, rockers, counters, loops, twizzles, and then I can't say this word, but chow. Don't laugh at me, but yes, that counts too. But you cannot do a 3 turn or a mohawk, or it does not count as the steps. Okay, lifts. A lot of you aren't pair skaters, so I won't go over these too much. But level 1 lift, that's an armpit lift. Okay. Level 2 is a waist lift. 3 is a hip lift. And then 4 and 3 count as the same. So hip and hand to hand press lift, not lasso. Level 5s are in the lasso axle section. So lasso axle section, you'll see axle. Okay, so it depends on if you take out from a toe or if you take out for an axle. Do you see what these bad boys are worth? 7 points. You don't even have to jump in pairs if you can do 3 of those. Just being real. So anyway, so this is your easiest one because you can tell look what it's worth, and then your second easiest, and it goes down. Now a press lift and a star lift or basic hip and hand-to-hand lifts, they're all worth the same. To get a level 4 though, it's pretty difficult because you have to have a change of position in the lift. The guy has to change direction or do like a spread eagle or something fancy with his footwork. Girl needs to do some sort of grab in the air. Difficult entry, difficult exit. You can get deductions, like a -2, you get a deduction from taking off on 2 feet. So you have to take off on 1 foot too. To not get, you'll get 20% off the value if you do that. All right, which we always do. So that's why I just want to tell you that. Okay, and then twist lifts. So that's the split twist. Okay, yes, it's considered a lift. People think it's a throw. It's not. It's a twist. It's a lift. Base is worth nothing. Look at the base of an axle lift. Really? We have a good split twist. So even a level 4 split twist is worth like just a little, it's like a double sow cow. Okay? So it's kind of a shame. Even the double isn't worth that much. Even the triple, look, less. Okay, anyway, throw jumps. This is where we make our points up when I'm having a good day. So on the throw jumps, Lutz and flip are worth the same in pairs because it's pretty much the same jump. It's not that hard to get the edge when you have someone holding you on it. So they're worth the same. And then the axle throw is put down with that. We decided to do the axle throw because ours is so good. We're hoping we can get up in these pluses. Maybe a 3 is what we're hoping for. So by doing that, that's going to be stronger. And then we have a double flip throw. So that's kind of how that goes. And then I go all the way down, throws. And then there's death spirals. Death spiral forward inside is considered the easiest, but they also consider back inside as easy as forward inside, and that is a lie. If you've ever pair skated, back inside death spiral is a challenge for the girl to not flip. So, don't know why, who made these rules. I'll just stick to the 400 inside. It's way easier. But then the values of these are quite high too, if you look at them. All right, and this is just a pivot spiral, so it's worth a little bit less. So over here, you'll see the scores on these are relatively, but look how high you can get on a back outside death spiral. Think about back outside death spiral. If you got a level 4, that's going to be tough. And if the lady's head isn't below her skating knee, you get a 0. So it's really risky. I hope you can see all this, guys. I don't know how good I'm doing, but with pair spins, it's the same as single spins. It's the same as a pair, except for there's somebody with you. And that's the combo pair spin, and same here. We do combo because it's worth a lot more. Even if we got a V, it's worth more. Ours is not a level 4, it's like a 2, but you know. And then choreograph step sequence is sort of the same deal. Okay, so that when you get choreograph step sequence, they just give you a base. Okay, that's only they do that in senior. And then they have all this. If you want to look at this, it's on usfigureskating.org. This is the long and short of it all here. So you can go look it up yourself if you want to like try and write down your program. But trust me, whatever you pick is not what you're going to get. Okay? Like, trust me, I've been there. Okay, so here we go. Here's my Masters Ladies Artistic 2018. This is the highest artistic score I've ever gotten. If you noticed, there is no element score. Okay, so I got first place in this competition. It factors as a 1, which is what it factors in most free skate programs. Then over here, they give you your score. Okay, so this is the judges. There's 4 judges. It's out of 10. So the judges thought, like, judge number 3 liked me. Judge number 3 gave me pretty good scores. So, and it's based on skating skills, transitions, performance, composition, and then interpretation to music. I was surprised my interpretation to music wasn't higher. I felt like that was my strongest point, but it wasn't bad. But I felt like that was higher than this, but whatever. So then over here, they total it up. So that's 33.75. That's with no jumps scored. And then the next girl got 32.7, and that's her score. And she's from Sweden. And the next girl was from Germany, and her score was 30. Down over here, these zeros, that's if you get a fall. And in ISU, you get a whole point taken off, and US figure skating, you just get a half a point. And we go down to the next girl, and she got 30. And then the next got 29, 28, and is that it? No, there's more. 26. So, and so on. Okay, so these two were really close. Really close. Look at that. Anyway, so that's how that works, and you can find it online. So this one, it's because it's Germany, so I found that one online there. Okay, so that was my highest artistic score. Now let's find, oh, and then look, this is the ISU website, so you can go here and find all of the results on it. Also, the cool part about this, it's the adult ISU. Also, the cool part about it is I'm one of the thumbnails. So we got Medora Ito there, but check, oh gosh, Max. But there, see, we're a thumbnail. Anyway, for this site. But that's where you can find all the scores. Okay, so here's my Masters Ladies Free Skate. I did not win this one. I think I got 5th. So here's first place, and I'll just kind of go through what they got. I don't want to go through those people's scores. That's their business, but there's the scores. I'll go down, and I'll go over mine. Where's my name? Okay, so 3rd, 4th, here's mine, I think. I was sick. This is just a mediocre score for me. All right. So this has a lot more going on because it's not just component scores. So say your nation, your start number, your total score, element score, component score, deductions. I didn't have a fall. Okay. So I did a single axle. That's base value. They thought a little better than base. One judge thought it was a little even more than that. Okay. Now over here, we got the double flip. Oh, I should let you know that this one +3, I think, was the highest they were doing at this event because this was before the change. So I did a double flip. I remember this. I 2-footed it, but that's the base value. They deducted it a little because of my 2 foot. So then that's what I got for it. Okay, double loop. This one was off balance. It was all the way around. I landed, but it was not that pretty. These judges were like, whatever, she landed it. But these ones were like, that was ugly. Okay, this is my combo spin. I got a level 1, which I am surprised because it was a hideous creature. And I almost fell over. But somebody liked it because they gave me a bump, which I still, to this day, don't know how that happened. Step sequence, I got a level 2. It was supposed to be a 4. So see what happens? So that, and then they gave me a little bit of a bump, I think, because I did do the amount I needed, but they didn't count them all. So that's why I only got a 2. Axle, half loop, double sow-cow. So it's still half loop. That's before they changed it to Euler. So this was last year, 2018. And then I got a good score on that one. I didn't get any pluses, but it was a solid jump. I remember that. This double toe loop was super good, and I did it out of a split jump. So it got pluses. And a +1 back then was worth more because +3 was the most you could get. I was winded because I was about to die because I was sick. So instead of doing my double flip, double loop, I just did single flip, single loop, and that's what I got. All right. And then this flying camel was a hideous beast. So bad. Remember it? I barely even held on. I'm surprised I even got full credit. I mean, I did get a deduction, but I slipped off my edge and almost fell. And then here's my layback spin, which is a level 1, and that was because I did a catch leg, okay? So it was actually a hair cutter. So then my overall score was there, and then my component score was there, and my total score was 57.99. Okay, this is what ISU looks like. Now, we go to US figure skating. Woo! My worst score ever. So embarrassing. This is hard to read too if you don't know who did what because it's a pair team. So when you see a jump fall, it could be me, it could be him. No one knows. So that's us. We got third place. Score 40.45. It was horrible. Didn't fall though. No deductions. So far you haven't seen a deduction on my sheet. I've been doing good keeping my feet under me. All right, this single twist was supposed to be a level 3. We got a 1, but we got a 3 in the last competition we did. It got a little bit of a plus though. Okay. Then double loop. Wait, is this ours? Okay, I'm confused. Did we do that there? I thought that was at the end. Oh, here. This is a good learning experience. I changed the program. Okay, so this is the program I planned. This is the program we did because we changed it because my partner couldn't do the double loop at the end. That's right. But we ended up switching it again. So see, we switched it because he ended up getting better. That's why I was confused. I was like, I know we did the double toe. Anyway, okay, so I was planning on doing double loop, single loop, but my partner was like, no, I can handle it at the end. So we changed it. And this is double toe loop. My partner had a little curly exit, so that's why we got a deduction. Not too bad. Double loop throw, it wasn't bad. I landed it, but I stepped forward too quickly, so they gave us a deduction. Group 4 lift, we got a level 1 because of our exit. We dropped down into a lunge, but we got a negative, we got a -2 for this because of the 2-foot takeoff. Okay, but still 3 points, not bad. Choreograph step sequence. Okay, not good because my partner's not a footwork guy. He really should take some ice dance lessons, but we'll get into that later. Forward inside death spiral. I felt like that was actually pretty good. We got a level 1 because I do a difficult entry. We also normally hold it for 3, but we didn't, but it was solid and we got positive GOE on that. Pairs combination spin. We did not hold the second side long enough, so we got the V. So see, you got to see the V, and it was a base because, well, we are not spinners. And you put 2 not spinners together, that's what you're going to get. Okay, throw double flip. I opened up on this, but I got enough rotation to not get downgraded to a single, so I just got the under rotation, so I actually got okay credit, more than an axle, so I'm happy about that. And then group 2 lift. This is a waist lift. We got a level 2 because I do shoot the duck into it, and we did a forward exit, which gives you more points, and we got plus because it covered a lot of the ice. Double toe loop, which we did double loop. Sorry about that. Double loop. It was under rotated because my skating partner popped his. He opened forward. So we got like nothing for that. And it was a repeat because we're only allowed 1 solo jump. So because he didn't get his combo on it, I got mine. It doesn't count. Both partners have to do it. That's how it goes. Change foot combination spin, which is just a side-by-side spin. It's a V because my partner can't spin. I can do a solo side-by-side, but he's really improved a ton, so I'm happy with him. He's doing great. So that's what it looks like if you just do the drop menu. If you want the full judges score sheet, you can do that too. I will show you on these people, that one, their lifts are all higher than ours, but they get like nothing on anything else. So lifts, it's lift to win in pairs and spin to win in singles. But here, this is what it would look like on the score sheet. So see, we got some -4s on some of the things, but our death spiral did well and our twist did well. All right, I'm so sorry. That went way long. A lot of explaining to do. If you have any questions about the judging system, just let me know. I'm not a judge. I'll put that out right now, but I've been coaching ever since the IJS system started. So I've gotten pretty good at it. I've competed with it a bunch. So if you have some general questions, it has changed with the +5, -5, which we're all learning. But so far, so good. This last sheet I showed you was +5, -5. The other ones were 2018, so those were +3, -3. Anyway, so happy skating, you all, and looking so beautiful. This is what I always look like. Okay, that's the other thing. Right before competition, I look horrible, and then the day of, I'm like, boom. So that's probably what you all are feeling right now if you're watching this and getting ready for the Lake Placid competition. So I'm excited to see all you guys that end up going and the ones that aren't going. Hopefully I'll see you in one of them soon. I'm going to do a video in like 2 days again and update you on the packing and all my last minute preparations, like getting these horrible nails that are grown out done, that sort of stuff. All right, see you around. Bye.